Hello, and I'm back, and today I'm going to be making a kind of like a guide on how to get better in School of Dragons. I'm taking this from my own personal experience. I've played the game for a few years now. Let's just start with lesson 1. Gems are everything. Basically, almost everything in the store, it goes for gems. Coins are really useless in most cases. The really only times you're gonna need coins is for stuff like this, or maybe some decoration, you can buy for coins. But on the end of the day, most of things you're gonna need gems for, so please, I am begging you, do not buy coins. Please don't waste your gems on this. Gems are so much more valuable than coins, so instead of buying coins, if you need them, do stable quests. And I'll get to battle events later, but yeah, you can also get coins from battle event chests. But the easiest way to just get coins is to do stable quests. These bring a decent amount of coins, I guess depends which one you play. But this is where I've gotten my coins. I have too many coins. I have enough coins, I would say, to prove that this tactic is worth it. But yeah, battle events also bring you coins, but battle events are more important for gems. Now we know gems are most important, so how do you get them? Well, I mostly do it by battle events. And I will talk about membership later, but for now, let's talk about this, which anybody can do, which is just play battle events. I've made a full guide on which dragons are the best. You have kind of 3 options, you have 2 tactics, but if you want more in depth, you can go watch that video. I will leave a link in the description if I remember. And battle events happen every hour, so I would suggest, at the very least, do a battle event once or twice a day. Many times I don't feel like going in the game, but I kind of have to force myself to at least go for one battle event. Because these chests are valuable. They mostly bring you gems. I'll go open one. I have a few stored up, but that's gonna be for another video. Okay, this time I got gold, but usually you can get like anything from like 25 gems, 50 gems, rarely 200 gems even, but that's kind of rare. You can get some stables as well. Overall, battle events are the most reliable source of gems if you don't have membership. And look, it's okay if sometimes you just don't want to go in the game. It happens to me too. There are just days, even like a full week, where I just don't care and don't want to play School of Dragons. And no need to worry about it too much. Just take a short break and come back. But also for them, you do need to be on multiplayer, and then you're gonna have this little icon here that tells you how long till a battle. Oh, is a battle event happening right now? I don't know why my game is dying. What the actual? What is happening? Yeah, just keep in mind, multiplayer is definitely slower than single player, but usually it's not this bad. Okay, everything's fine. Is a ship coming? There's no timer. I am confused. And I guess another tip, School of Dragons is very buggy. But most of the glitches are kinda harmless. Most of them won't really, like, delete something. Even though there is glitches in which people have, like, lost stuff, then just contact School of Dragons support team. I had to do that before. There's so many bugs in this game, and keep in mind, most of them are harmless. Most of them are just visual glitches, or for example, I know that multiple times it has happened to me that all of my dragons were like kicked out of their stables. All of the dragons that you potentially spend time like organizing, putting each one on a specific place, even though I used to do that, now I don't care anymore. But as much as I remember, when that happens, if you just log out and go back in, they all should be back, or they'll be back after some time. And I know there's also a glitch in which people's dragons like all disappear. I think that happened to me once. Also, I just restarted the game and they were back. So if you have such a major glitch happen, don't panic immediately, because School of Dragons, it's mostly just something that will get fixed. But if it doesn't get fixed in a few days, then you should contact the School of Dragons support team. And if you do need to contact them, you just go to settings, and there's a button right here, game support. I would also suggest when you're going in battle events, come there like 5 minutes earlier, because sometimes it happens that if you come last second, the game will bug out and it like either won't let you in, or you're gonna have the glitch in which you can't hit the ship, or all sorts of other things can happen in School of Dragons, so I would suggest coming at least a few minutes earlier just to make sure. But don't be surprised if the game kicks you out even if you did come early. And if you do have the glitch in which you can't hit the ship, even though that glitch doesn't happen that often anymore. I know before that was like happen every like 4th battle event, but now I haven't seen that glitch in a while, which is great. But if you do have that glitch, you should try to maybe like turn off multiplayer, then turn it back on. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Don't try to continually hit the ship because you won't get the prize on the end. So the next thing is one rule that I try to keep for myself, which is that I always have at least 1000 gems stored up. This is good because then, in case that there's a new dragon and you really want it, you can immediately get it. Most expensive dragons go up to 1000 gems for non-members, 800 for members, so if you have 1000 gems, you should be good if there's a new dragon that you really like. I guess the only other dragon that's more expensive than that are the Nightlights. These are very, very pricey. But I mean, yeah, you can for sure set yourself a rule that maybe you want to have like 1500 gems or maybe 2000 gems. I don't know, you decide for yourself. I keep in mind that I have at least 1000. But what's also good are bundles. Bundles in School of Dragons come every week. You have a new dragon bundle. You either have the adult bundle in which you get the dragon, you get the age up, you get the insta hatch, which is amazing, or you can get the Titan one, which is basically the same thing but with the Titan age up. And these are a lot cheaper than if you were to buy all of these separately. But do keep in mind, not every single bundle is always cheaper. You should check it, because I do remember some time ago that there was like a bundle which was literally more expensive than if you just buy all of the things separately. But mostly with these ones, they're gonna be cheaper because they include all of these age ups and stuff that aren't very cheap. And it is cool that these kind of get exchanged every single week, so there's always a new dragon that potentially could be exactly the one you're looking for. But with these age ups, I mean, I would definitely recommend at least this. This is a great deal, because one of these is 500 gems, but 3 of them are 800. That is such a good deal, so don't buy it separately, buy the bundle. And maybe, I think a good thing to do would be to write a list of dragons that you want. Because then, if there's a deal for exactly the dragon that you want, you know to get it. So don't impulse buy. Impulse buying is quite a bad habit that I used to have, and right now I'm kind of supporting that habit because I get every single new dragon that comes out, but I record videos, so it's quite funny if there's like a very bad dragon. But from experience, I remember getting a dragon, like something like this dragon. It is not the greatest. It's very underwhelming. I didn't like it. I really hated the animations. I mean, these rocks on it, I mean, I guess spikes on its back look ugly. And it's just like a waste of gems. I mean, right now I don't care. And right now I just get every dragon because it's just funny and I'm a collector. But if you want to have a collection of dragons that you actually like, think about it before you buy it. Because yeah, I did say that you should have gems stored up in case a new dragon comes and you really like it, but maybe don't buy it the same day. Because you should at least wait to maybe, like, for somebody else in the game to get it and then take a closer look. Or just go watch videos. I remember that I used to watch, like, a ton of videos to see if I do like the dragon or not. Because sometimes maybe one animation really annoys you. And that can kind of ruin the whole experience. I mean, with this dragon, I feel like the biggest problem with this one is not the animations, actually, it's the color options. You can see that you have this blue, you have this bright red for some reason, and then the orange is so ugly and muted and mixed with a bunch of black, and it just looks so dirty. And these color options are literally horrendous. So keep in mind, you're not gonna like every dragon, so don't impulse buy. And I think stables are kind of the same thing. So stables are obviously important. Doesn't matter how many dragons you have, if you don't have stables, you're not gonna be able to play with them. But I would just recommend buying the cheaper ones. I do know that, like, when you first get in the game, you should be able to get one boulder stable for coins. Obviously I already bought it a long time ago, so I can't show it right now. But that is quite a nice way for School of Dragons to give you at least 4 extra places, because coins aren't that hard to get. But also don't get fooled by this. This is the kind of funny bundle because it's 720 gems. This is exactly the same thing that you would get if you just bought these three separately. The only difference is that here you click on twice and here you have to click 6 times. It is such a stupid bundle. They couldn't at least make it like 20 gems cheaper to be a little bit of a better deal? No, they just were like, nah. And I know it's very easy to get lost in all of the pretty saddles and, all of the colorful stuff, but just ask yourself, do I really need this skin? Is this something that really fits my dragon? Because sometimes these aren't that cheap. Like, some skins can go up for a lot. And also, don't get this bundle. It might look so cool that, you can blend in, but you can't really. But I do get a comment, isn't it nice that they finally put it back to where on your dragon you can only see the skins that go for that dragon. I think that was way better. For some reason, they made this change, but then they put it back to where you have all of your skins here, so then you need to always search for ages to find that one dreadful skin from 2 years ago. But now, please leave it like this, don't put it back. But yeah, basically these skins really ain't that good. I feel like the best one is probably this one, but I don't even use it. And now for membership, I can't really show you anything right now because I have the 12 months membership, and for some reason if you buy that yearly membership you don't have any other options, so you can't just pile up membership. I don't know why, but basically you have a bunch of perks. I think a good thing about membership and School of Dragons is that you don't need it to play, even though they do shove it in your face all the time, which can definitely be annoying. I remember when I didn't have membership, it was always just like, wanna buy membership, and it's like, okay, chill. But you can play it without it. It's not unplayable. Battle events give you a lot of gems. As long as you learn properly how to do them, you should be fine. But would I recommend buying it? Yes. Mostly because of Long Night Flight or Bright Night Flight also. That is a quest in which you can either send Toothless or anybody from the Fury family, and there you have a chance of getting this. So this is the Long Night Flight with my Toothless, who is on level 50. I'm pretty sure that it depends on your dragon's level how high this bar goes. So here it's only 65%, which, is decent, but that means you can lose every now and then. And if you do have membership, I recommend getting like a bunch of Vikings in which you can just use to do this quest. That's literally all I use them for. I used to kind of play with them, but then I just kind of didn't care and just played on my main account. And these I just use for these two quests. For example, Bright Light Fight is better because here, if you have Toothless and the Light Fairy who are both, I think, level... I'm not sure if it needs to be like higher than 25 or maybe 30. The maximum level is 50. But here I have 80% chance of winning, which is great, which means most of the times you're gonna win. But these quests always take 4 days. Sometimes on your phone you can watch an ad to speed it up. Sometimes you can't. I don't even know what's happening anymore. But these chests are quite nice because you always get around like 300 gems. But they are very rare. Many times you're gonna need to replace and then come back 10 minutes later. Do not spend your gems on this. It is not worth it. Just come back, replace, 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 replace until you finally get it. And this is one of the rare ways to get gems during events. And now for events. Events in School of Dragons happen 4 times a year in basically every season. We have Toughest in spring, Summer Hilder in summer, Dreadful in autumn, and Snuggletalk in winter. These events always have one dragon that you can get if you complete, like if you basically get whatever it is, the currency. But events overall are either a lot of money, a lot of spent time, or both. For me, most of the times, both. And you just need to look at if you really want the dragon. I mean, I'm gonna get it because I have to. It's a problem. But for somebody who doesn't have a YouTube channel and doesn't want to shit on dragons, getting an event dragon, which is bad, is probably not in your best interest. So I recommend not trying to get it immediately. Wait a little bit until other people get it. Again, really carefully examine it, because in an event you really get just one picture of the dragon. You know nothing else about it. You don't know what its animations are like, if it has good color options, and events are a big dedication, so imagine just spending so much time or money and then getting a dragon that sucks. And also, if you're not that sure about the dragon, don't worry, they come in the store a few months later. Obviously, you're gonna need to wait a little bit, but they are always there. You don't need to think that, like, this is an exclusive one-time thing, you'll never see it again. No, they come in the store. So even if at the moment you can't finish the event, don't worry, the dragon will be there later. But keep in mind it won't be cheap, but if you want to get dragons right the moment when they come in the event, you need to save up gems. I mean, I try to do this, and in some events it's so hard. For example, like Snoggletog is so annoying, because when Dreadful passes, and I'm like completely out of gems because I spent it all on Dreadful, then just a few weeks later Snoggletog comes and there's just no way to collect enough gems, so then I need to spend money. So an event like Toughest is probably the best, because in Toughest you have a long time since Snoggletog till Toughest to collect. Events might be the most fun thing in School of Dragons, but they are a pain in the ass as well. On the end of the day, make sure that the dragon you're buying is something that you really want, something that you won't regret later. I've regretted many times, like for example also with Titans. You don't need every Titan. The Titan Scutterclaw, for example, looked so cool, but then I realized the color options were so bad, and my Scutterclaw used to be colored in such a pretty way, but now it just looks kinda a little bit diseased. I mean, I kinda like it, but that's because I've gotten used to it, but these colors are kinda gross. Just save your gems, they're important, you're always gonna need them. Try not to waste them, try not to impulse buy. I know it's hard. I mean, I impulse buy now, but before I used to regret it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and bye.